Perup, are you getting tired of being capped on your internet? Well, not anymore. Wave Direct has no data caps, and with great local customer service, why go anywhere else? 30-day trials are available. Call 775-253-3887.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Tonight on News 46, another child-started structure fire occurs. The town readies for the parade and Liberty Festival. And Chief Lewis gives some advice on fireworks safety. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell and Jason Koblenz. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, July 3rd, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Yes, it happened again. Another child-started structure fire occurred on the south end of town. Amazingly enough, just 2 blocks away from the one earlier this week.
Last evening, we were dispatched for a report of a shed fire in the 3800 block of Jennifer. Upon arrival, we did in fact find a shed fire. However, it originated in a mesquite tree directly aside from the shed. There was a relatively large tree, and the fire extended to the shed, went to the interior. We were able to hold the fire to that degree, but our investigation revealed yet another juvenile set fire, and so we are investigating that with the JPO's office, also in the Nye County Sheriff.
This is really close to the other fire that just happened on Kingsway.
And in fact, it's a very area as far as how close it was. It's approximately 2 blocks away, and the juvenile was aware of the fire that occurred the day before, but decided to go out in the backyard and still light this one. And while everybody, there was no injuries, the potential was there. We had some winds last evening. Fire was under control very early stages. It wasn't a very large fire, but again, the dynamics of how it was ignited is what concerns us.
And do you know how it was ignited at this point?
It's our understanding that a lighter was used to light the materials underneath a large mesquite tree.
And so the child wasn't injured, or was he attended to at the scene, or looked at?
There were no injuries.
Was the shed a complete loss?
No, actually, the mesquite tree was a loss, but the fire itself went into one of the corners of the shed. It took out a window and damaged some of the contents, but we were able to get a good hold on it. This shed still stands as we speak.
So there might be possibly charges filed with the juvenile probation office?
It's in that process now.
And Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis also gives some tips on fireworks safety and much more.
Number one, it's supposed to be a hot weekend, so we're going to ask everyone to make sure they're hydrated, make sure that they seek shade, and when they're going out and doing their normal activities during the day, make sure that if they're out there riding their motorcycles, they're going to use due caution and continue drinking water, because that'll further dehydrate you riding around in the warm air. For the 4th of July specifically, we're going to have fireworks shows both Friday night for the town and then Saturday night at the Pahrump Nugget. So we're doing our preparation and our operational plans to ensure that everybody is safe, that we have taken all the necessary steps to avoid any unnecessary or unwanted fire conditions. Things we'll be watching for specifically are the winds if they kick up. So if they do, we may have to slow down a particular show or actually stop it for a period of time like we did last year. But as soon as those conditions improve, then we can restart. From a personal perspective, fireworks are a big issue for us. Please don't let your kids handle them. We don't want any hand injuries, eye injuries. We don't want any burns. Make sure you don't keep fireworks in your pockets. Make sure that you're using them appropriately. Don't try and make larger ones by combining smaller together. Make sure that all the safe areas, there's no brush, there's no other fuel loads around. Follow the instructions. Have one point of contact for anyone who lights fireworks, and make sure they're an adult. No juvenile usage. Make sure that all the material is properly disposed of. Dip it in a bucket of water afterwards. Make sure that you don't just leave it on the ground and it's still warm and it can set a brush fire later on.
What is safe and sane fireworks, and what has the new law or new ordinance said?
It's my understanding that the safe and sane that is allowed within Nye County will be those that can be used on the ground only. No aerial devices, the snakes, some of the other small display items. And I would encourage everyone to get a copy of the ordinance from the county to understand exactly what the parameters are. But mostly all the retail stores here are 1.4, which are retail grade, not the commercial stuff you would see at a park or something like that, or a professionally displayed show. But make sure then again that they're not intended to be used for like aerial devices and such.
I want to thank the fire chief for that information. You know, we have a little saying with the fire department members and some of the police. We tell them we hope we don't see them. And I did tell Fire Chief Scott Lewis, I hope I don't see him over this weekend, which means that we hope that everything is a safe holiday weekend. Well, Town Board member Dr. Tom Waters invites everyone to the fireworks spectacular tomorrow night at Petrick Park.
Every year on the 4th of July, the town would like to host a fireworks show. And we have one planned for the 4th.
And so tell me all about it.
It's in Petrick Park, and of course you don't have to be in Petrick Park to see it. You can be over in Home Depot, you could be over at Goldtown, you can be a lot of different places and still see it. And it's just been fantastic.
The Chamber of Commerce is going to have their little Liberty Festival there starting at 11 a.m. When did the fireworks start?
The fireworks show is going to start right after dark, probably around 9 o'clock.
So tell me who's putting on the show this year, the same people that we've been using?
Well, it's a new group, and it's one that the town board just signed up. It's one that we used to use before, and they've always done a fantastic job, and I'm glad to have them back.
So everybody come out for the fireworks show. They're in Petrick Park on the 4th of July. Lots of things to do.
Absolutely. You know, the Chamber of Commerce is doing great things throughout the 4th. And I also want to say, too, at the beginning of the 4th, we're having the parade and the pancake breakfast. That's going to be at the Calvetta Eye, and that's Commissioner Boraski and Commissioner Schinhofen. They're hosting that for the VFW. So I say come on out, and the parade's going to start at 9 o'clock. And then you can go over to Petrick Park and enjoy everything that the Chamber of Commerce is doing, and then later that night, enjoy the fireworks.
And we did catch up with Commissioner Butch Boraski, who's reminding everybody about tomorrow morning's parade and also giving us the lineup.
9 a.m. we're going to step off. We start out with a JOTC Trojan Battalion Color Guard. That's going to be wonderful. And then something we didn't have last year, that I'm proud to say, that the Pahrump Valley High School drum line. We finally have some music now, and hopefully that will grow for years to come. I'd really like to get competing bands in, but summertime it's really difficult. Then we have a customized 1946 pickup with Russell and Patsy are going to be driving it, and that will be laden with flags and patriotic material.
They're starting out in the morning, though, with the VFW?
Yes, pancake breakfast starts at 8:30. It'll run till just before 9. Come on down, that's $4. And, of course, the parade entry is $25. I may take a couple late entries, but they're going to have to go to the back. Unfortunately, we've been announcing this for months. So come on down, have a good time. It's at the Calvetta Eye, of course. It'll start at the corner of Calvetta and Honeysuckle. It could go once around the Calvetta Eye and back. And there's a lot of people expected to be there. Bring your lawn chair, your cooler, find a shady spot and have a lot of fun.
They do close the road down there at the Calvetta Eye shortly before the parade, so you need to get down there early. And they are taking late entry, so if you'd like to give Commissioner Boraski a phone call, his phone number is 209-3100. Well, Jeff Simmons at the Pahrump Nugget is on vacation for the next couple of weeks, so I was down at the Pahrump Nugget earlier today to find out what's happening for this holiday weekend. Happy Independence Day weekend. I'm down here at the Pahrump Nugget to tell you about what's going on at all three Golden Gaming properties. It starts off tomorrow with the Independence Day buffet down here at the Pahrump Nugget, Friday, July 4th from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. It's $11.99 for that All-American buffet, but remember, it's 2 for 1 with your Club Nugget card. And of course, they're going to be having their summer celebration Saturday, July 5th. The party starts at 4 p.m. Family activities all day long, including a bounce bouncy house, live music, $2 drafts, eating contest from 5:30 till 8 p.m. The fireworks are going to start here in the parking lot at 9 p.m. Bowling is open until midnight, and it's $1 plus a shoe rental, and the kids venture is also open until midnight. The craft and gift sale down here is going to be held from July 11th until the 13th. There is rental spaces and tables still available. For more information, you can give Gwen a call at 537-3334. And Christmas in July, K9 Radio and Golden Casino Group have come together on Saturday and Sunday, July 12th and 13th, to give $1 for every buffet sold to help purchase Pahrumph's new community Christmas tree. And if you would like to donate, you can also do that at the Gold Miners Buffet, the Calico Cafe and Buffet, and Lakeside Cafe and Buffet. And of course, the Lady Liberty Hot Seat every Saturday and Monday in July, up to $1,000 in free slot play. Find out more, go to the slot clubs. And of course, we're going to have the win the tickets to NASCAR. You can find out more information at the Water Rock Bar at Goldtown, the Gold Bar here at the Pahrump Nugget, and the Dockside Bar there at Lakeside. And of course, ask your slot club for more information. This is Deanna O'Donnell wishing you a wonderful Independence Day weekend for News 46. Thanks to Darby for holding up all those pages I was trying to read there. We want to remind everybody once again to secure your pets during this holiday fireworks shows. Pets are sensitive to loud noise and often run away during the fireworks display. Please, if possible, put your pets in a room that is insulated from the outside noise in an area that is safe during the event. Please leave plenty of water and do not leave them unattended for an extended period of time. More local news when we come back from this break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Integrity Taxi. Reliable, safe, and fun. Call Integrity Taxi at 751-1111.
Welcome back to News 46. Valley Electric Association announced today it recently hired 5 new staff members, with many of them filling high-ranking positions. VEA has hired a total of 7 new employees since January, the latest additions in the cooperative's ongoing workforce expansion. VEA increased its number of employees by approximately 20% in 2013 as a result of the cooperative's continued success in securing new sources of revenue. The Las Vegas Boy Scout who died of a gunshot wound at a camp in San Diego on Monday has been identified as William Shook. 12-year-old Shook is the son of Las Vegas attorneys John Shook and Julie Shook, who is a deputy Clark County district attorney. The boy died in his tent at the camp. Police are investigating and have not said yet if this shooting was self-inflicted or accidental. The boy's father, John Shook, accompanied Las Vegas Troop 50 on the one-week aquatics camp. A Las Vegas Democrat has filed a bill draft request in the legislature to abolish term limits for state and local candidates like the ones that kept some of the likely frontrunners out of this year's race for Reno mayor. State Senator Tick Segerblum said term limits are a failed experiment that hinders lawmakers from making progress on tough policy issues. State legislatures and local politicians currently can serve for only 12 years under the voter-approved constitutional amendment on term limits. Segerblum also is proposing a repeal of the requirement of a 2/3 majority vote to raise taxes in the legislature. The constitutional amendments would have to pass both the 2015 and 2017 legislatures before going to a vote of the people in November of 2018. After this break, we'll have your news across Nevada and Noah Beacon with an Angie's List report on summer lawn care.
Pahrump Early Learning Academy, our goal is to provide a complete nurturing environment for the growth and development of the whole child, socially, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Children are natural explorers and need hands-on experiences to help stimulate their own imaginations. We strive to meet the needs of each individual child at their developmental level through planned activities, plus help each child attain a higher level of achievement. Call 751-5335 for more information.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumph's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Nevada schools are getting another year-long exemption from the tough requirements of the federal No Child Left Behind Act. The state superintendent said that the waiver for the 2014-15 school year will allow Nevada to continue on the path of implementing standards-based teaching and performance assessments for students and educators. The George W. Bush-era No Child Left Behind Act would have required 100% of students to pass state tests in the 2013-14 school year. State officials say few, if any, Nevada schools could meet that expectation. The Rural Nevada Group is asking a federal judge to block the sale of oil and gas leases they say would be used for hydraulic fracturing and other development that poses a much greater threat to sage grouse and other wildlife. The Bureau of Land Management concluded in February that any energy exploration resulting from fracking would have little or no impact across about 270 square miles of central Nevada. But the Reese River Basin Citizens Against Fracking says those assumptions are based on unrealistic expectations that the little interest shown in oil and gas in Nevada historically will continue. They said in a lawsuit filed in Reno last week, the BLM is ignoring a recently discovered shale deposit that some say could become one of the nation's most valuable. Almost one-third of the state's kindergartners are overweight or obese, and according to researchers, this could lead to additional physical and academic problems in their future. The report, based on more than 7,300 surveys, was completed by parents in Nevada's 17 school districts. Though it did not elaborate exactly on why the obesity rates increased, it did state that children are spending more time on video games and computers. At least 30% of the children in the 2013-14 research study were overweight, equating to 1.4% increase from last school year. Former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson has been named the CEO of a Nevada-based company that hopes to make medical and recreational marijuana products. Johnson is now president of Cannabis Sativa Incorporated and intends to work out of New Mexico to help develop products that are legal in states like Colorado and Washington. The former Libertarian presidential candidate says the company will make marijuana-based oils aimed at helping children with epilepsy. He also says it will make cough drop-like products for recreational use. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
Even though your annoyingly perfect neighbor does, it can be hard to find the time and energy to maintain a perfectly manicured lawn. But don't get discouraged. In today's Angie's List report, 3 simple tips to a healthy summer lawn.
Lawn experts tell us there are 3 easy things you can do to keep your grass looking great. Don't overwater it, don't cut it too short, and use the right fertilizer.
Trimming your grass as short as possible may seem like a good way to save time, but you're creating more work in the long run.
If you're going to cut the grass real short, from a distance, you're not going to see as much leaf blades, so you're not going to get as much color. The grass is going to be thinner, so weeds can pop up a lot more, and the sun is going to come down to the soil and dry out the soil more.
Don't go crazy with watering, but don't slack off either. A general rule is to water an inch per week during the active growing season, but you should adjust throughout the year to operate according to your needs.
If they have sprinkler systems where they're turned on to where they're watering, say 15 minutes every day, what happens is when the sprinkler comes on, you're wetting the turf first. Then it works its way down to the base, and then when you start to get into watering the actual dirt, the system shuts off.
Fertilizer is important for healthy, lush growth, but if you apply it incorrectly, you can quickly turn your lawn from green to brown.
We use dry, slow-release products all year long because we want to slow feed the turf. The granulars fall to the base and goes directly to the root system. Whereas when you spray liquid fertilizer, you're going to coat the leaf blades of the grass. Then if you mow or whatever, you're going to mow that off.
When hiring a professional to help you with your lawn, remember, it's a process. It's not something that happens overnight. And honestly, a red flag is a provider that tells you they can fix it overnight.
Highly rated lawn care experts tell Angie's List you want to keep a sharp mower blade for a nice, clean cut. That means you'll need to sharpen the blade about 3 times a year, in the spring, summer, and fall. I'm Noah Began for News 46.
And here's Kathleen Rollins at Tails End Animal Shelter with this week's Save a Pet. Save a Pet, proudly brought to you by Draft Picks, located on Highway 160 and Postal Road.
Hello, I'm Kathleen here at Tailsend Animal Shelter, and I'm holding a cute critter named Jack. He is 6 years old. He is up for adoption for the $85. When you adopt him, he does get fixed. He does get his 1-year license and a 1-year rabies vaccination. We are located directly behind the courthouse on Kitty Hawk and Siri. We're overcrowded with a lot of animals, folks, so if you can, please come down and adopt. We really need your help in this community on these animals. And please, don't forget to spay and neuter. If you have any questions, give us a call at 775-751-7020. And please come on down and take a look at these. We have a lot of kittens as well, if you'd like a kitten. Thank you again, and please come down.
Save a Pet, proudly brought to you by Draft Picks, located on Highway 160 and Postal Road. Thank you so much, Kathleen. I bet some of you are wondering why we're playing the Nugget and Save a Pet, and it's only Thursday. You're thinking something's going on. Well, you know, we're not going to have news tomorrow night for the Independence Day. So I'm going to tell you more about that right after this break, after Noah Began brings us our weather.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Thursday, July 3rd. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 105 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 103 degrees. Very hot outside. Winds are coming from the south-southwest today at 10 miles per hour with the gusts up to 28 miles per hour. We had some very high winds out there today. Sure hope none of you blew away. The UV index today was 11, which is extreme. Humidity was at 16%. Sunrise is at 5:32 this morning, and the record high in 1937 was 116 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 76 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 80 degrees. Winds will be coming from the southeast at 5 miles per hour with gusts up to 12 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 22%. Sunset will be at 8:05 p.m. and the record low in 1943 was 60 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 103 degrees and a low of 77 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour with gusts up to 14 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 22%. Sunrise will be at 5:32 a.m. and the UV index will be 11, which is extreme. For our 7-day forecast, we'll have a mostly cloudy week. Your high temperatures will be staying in the 100 area, and your low temperatures will be ranging from the high 70s to the low 80s. This upcoming holiday weekend, there is a chance of scattered thunderstorms in the Spring Mountain area. This could lead to fires if the storm is drier, or flash flooding. Flash flooding is particularly prone to occur in areas that have been recently burned due to a forest fire, similar to that which was our mountain fire last year. So if flash flooding is occurring on your drive to wherever you're going this weekend, do not drive through a flash flood. Turn around and seek an alternate route. I'm Noah Began for News 46.
And the National Weather Service has downgraded some of that thunderstorm warnings to dry thunderstorms, which I guess means that they're not going to have as much rain happening, but they still are keeping an eye on that. The Master Gardeners welcome certified arborist Dennis Swartzel to this Saturday's Farmers Market to answer tree questions from the public. He will be in the Home Depot parking lot July 5th, that's Saturday, from 8 to 9:30 a.m. And Dennis will also be back here in Pahrump at the Farmers Market Saturdays from 8 to 9:30 every other weekend through September, and if we can talk him into it, possibly October. Also, food preservation classes start Thursdays, July 17th from 9 a.m. till noon. The pickling class size is limited, and payment secures your seat or take all 4 classes for $80. For more information, you can call the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension Office at 727-5532. The Cancer Victims Thrift Store will be holding a Customer Appreciation Day for the entire community to attend, and that's this Saturday. They will have a free barbecue, drinks, raffle, and huge sale on everything in the store. The event starts at 11 a.m., and they're located at 641 West Street on the corner of 2nd and West, and we'll see you down there. All of us here at KPVM TV would like to say congratulations to newlyweds Brian and Angela Gillette, who were just married yesterday here in Pahrump at the Maverick. Wishing you lots of happiness together in your lives. And I want to remind everybody once again that tomorrow night we will not be having our newscast. We will be down there at the parade in the Calvada Eye and filming that and showing it throughout the day here on KPVM TV on our 4 digital channels. And of course, we'll be having it also placed in our news time slots so that we can be down there at the Liberty Festival and of course recording all those fireworks. We'll see you down there at Petrick Park and the Liberty Festival, and also having the fireworks show in the evening. So if you see us around, say hi. And Saturday, of course, in the Pahrump Nugget for their big Independence Day festival and their fireworks show, which begins at 9. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and we'll bring you all that news and much more back here on Monday. We'll see you then. Good night.